Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Ball Knower podcast. It's been a minute since it's just been me and Andrew. So Andrew, we haven't really talked in a while. How have you been?
I've been really, really good. I can't tell if this is the plug that I wanted, but
This can be your plug, sure.
yeah,
Go for
okay.
it.
I've been really good. I just finished Stranger Things season 4,
Mm-hmm.
and I think at this point it is my favorite television show and one of the best television shows of all time. Have you been watching that?
I haven't watched a single episode of Stranger Things.
See, that's why I don't want to talk about it on here because I think that everyone needs to watch that show. That's
I
like
mean, I
a
know the big spoiler for the new season because my little sister was crying over it. So,
No, I was crying over it. Okay. I'm gonna make a whole video about it. Hopefully that will come out soon.
yeah,
I need to get over my negative stigma with recording by myself and then
I
record.
feel that. I feel
But
that.
something that I can talk about on here is
Hold on, real quick,
I want
just for Stranger Things, real quick. I have a fun fact that I learned that I want to
yes.
feel smart so I can say it. So, I don't know the context, but when Eddie is playing Master of Puppets, which I've
Yes.
seen that scene and it looks absolutely incredible because Metallica's badass, and playing
Uh-huh.
Metallica in Hell is even more badass. But I saw a TikTok, and I don't know why I keep getting Stranger Things TikToks when I've never seen an episode. But I saw this TikTok, and it said that given the timeline of the show, Eddie would have had to have learned the entirety of that song in 2 weeks, on top
Yeah.
of their D&D sessions and going to school and just being himself, which is fucking metal. Like
That is so
he
metal.
doesn't have the internet to learn from. He can't just go buy the music. He just had to listen to it and learn it. That's fucking nuts. That is
Yeah.
absolutely insane.
I love it. It makes it even more cool.
Hmm.
And
Which is
it's just
crazy to
like
say because the man is literally playing Master of Puppets in Hell. How much
yeah.
cooler can that possibly get?
And then it gets cooler.
Yeah.
It's I'm just saying everyone needs to watch the show because like it's cool now for you, but like there's so much build up
Hmm.
to everything and it just makes it better.
Yeah. But you
But
said you were gonna.
transitioning
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
transitioning away from that, something that I can talk about a little bit on here is I watched Minions Rise of Gru with my friends yesterday
You have friends?
and
I'm
like
sorry. Sorry.
never mind actually.
I'm sorry. I'm the one
No,
without friends. It's
no,
okay. I was
no,
projecting. I was
no,
projecting. It's
man.
okay. I'm sorry. I was projecting.
I watch it with my friends as it's the basic thing to do nowadays. Like
Hmm.
basic to the point of like, oh my god, it's annoying at this point.
You
But
didn't
I
wear
went and
suits, did
watched
you?
it. No, that's
Lame.
too far.
Lame.
Oh, sorry.
Listen,
So
we
sorry.
listen. Unironically, we should get Daniel and go see the movie wearing suits.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Yes.
even joking. I'm being dead serious. We should do that.
I'm being dead serious. Yeah, I just need
I'll
to get a
text him
suit.
right now. I'll text him right now and ask him if he wants to.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah.
your
While
story
you're
and I'll
doing
ask
that,
him. Yeah.
I was gonna say my spoiler free review is that it's actually a good movie. Like I went into it and I was like, this is gonna be bad, and I'm just gonna yell the whole time because I think it's gonna be funny if I'm like the only person yelling in the entire theater. But like I actually got chills multiple times, and it's actually a good movie. Like
You got
I
chills watching Minions?
yeah, exactly. I was not expecting it to be that good, but it's not like deep at all. But
No
like,
shit, it's a Minions movie. What do you expect?
it's like the most basic. Like I'm like kind of disappointed in myself that I was like, oh my god, but it was actually cool, and it made me want to watch the Despicable Me movies,
You haven't seen the
which is
Despicable Me movies?
no, I've seen them, of
Oh,
course,
okay.
but I want
Okay.
to rewatch them.
Okay.
It's just I that's all I can really say without spoiling anything. But like they pulled it off somehow, and they're getting so much money. They're robbing these people that think it's going to be funny to just go in and yell. They're robbing them.
Yeah. Listen, my take on the Minions franchise is that they should just go balls to the wall and make a rated R Minions movie because they're supposed to like serve the most evil person of every time period, right?
Yeah.
They need to go brazy and put the fucking minions in World War II. They need to put them like in the fucking the Armenian genocide. They need to put them in World War One, in Vietnam. They just need to do like a 2-hour long like a fake documentary about the minions serving in like the worst wars in American history. I think that would be fucking amazing.
I would be bawling my eyes out from
That
laughing
would
the
be
entire
incredible.
time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make that joke. Never mind. You know, there's actually like pictures. It was this really fucked up thing the Germans did. They would like put these big brass helmets on. I want to say they were little kids, and they would walk around. And I swear to God, the kids literally look like the minions. I'm not joking. Like, it's really fucked up because they were meant as like torture,
Yeah.
but they
But they
actually
look
look like the minions.
Illumination did that on purpose.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how much you want to bet that was the inspiration? Imagine.
The
Yeah, let's make a
worst
kids.
possible thing.
Let's make a kids movie out of the fucking Hitler torture methods during World War II for Jewish children.
I mean, Jesus. I mean,
uh, uh, I'm sorry, I just ruined a fucking discussion about the minions. I can't be a normal person for 5 minutes. I just gotta bring up children dying in the Holocaust. Dear God. Um. Okay, I want to talk about a show I've been watching now. To just get away from that. Have you ever heard of a show called The Boys? It's on Amazon
yeah.
Prime.
Oh,
Have
I
you
want to
seen
watch it
it?
so bad.
Oh my god, dude, it's fucking incredible. Like, we're recording this Thursday night, and obviously the new episode comes out at midnight, and I'm so fucking excited to go watch it after we're done recording because the show is so good. It is so incredible.
Yeah,
I don't want
I've seen
to
a lot of stuff about it.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil anything, but Homelander might be the greatest written villain ever, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, he's actually incredible. And Billy Butcher, who's one of the main guys, is who I aspire to be in life, but not really because he's actually a piece of shit. But
But
like,
he's just so cool.
he's so cool. He walks around wearing Hawaiian shirts with a trench coat over them, killing people because he's angry.
So cool. And Carl Urban just
Yeah,
looks
and
so
Carl
cool in that
Urban.
role.
Yeah, it's just Carl Urban. Best way to put it. Carl Urban's in it. Jack Quaid's in it. I can't think of any of the other big names. It's just such an awesome show, and it starts out with a huge, just fucking shock factor thing that happens, and it never stops. It's so good. It's such a good show, and I like. It's about to be. What'll it be? It'll be the season 3 finale we're about to get, and it's so cool. And then another thing with that show, they've made music that goes with it that's supposed to be like corny and parodying like real life, but it's actually
Yeah.
really fucking good. Like there's a superhero boy band in the 3rd season, and the music they make is incredible. And then there's a superhero who's basically like evil Captain America kind of, and he like gets frozen in time and whatnot. And they're showing him back when he was around during the 60s, and he would go on like like the music TV shows, kind of like what Hairspray would have been.
Yeah.
And he goes on there and is like singing and rapping, and it's so fucking corny, but it's great. It's incredible, and I can't get it out of my head. I don't know. The show is just perfect. It's the perfect commentary on like what superheroes would be if they were real people. Because, normal superheroes, it's the best possible people get powers. But in this instance, it's random people get powers and they abuse them because that's what they would do. And they're like stand-in for like celebrities and politicians and how crooked they get. It's just so fucking cool. It's such a good show. It's so incredible. You definitely need to watch it when you get a chance because I know you're insanely busy, but when you get a chance, do yourself a favor. It'll be 24 episodes after the 3rd season ends, so it's not even that long. But a lot happens.
Episodes.
8 episodes a season, yeah. It's not super long, but a lot happens. It's so good. But I think that about wraps it up. We can get into basketball now because that's a thing happening. Yeah. Go ahead, talk about the Celtics.
We've done really good for ourselves. We'd made some huge pickups. We got Malcolm Brogdon, and the best player that we traded away was probably Daniel Tice or Aaron Nesmith.
Chicago Bulls legend Daniel Tice.
Yeah, man. But that I feel like that's just such a good trade. Like Daniel Tice, however good he may be, we didn't use him in the playoffs, like at all, basically. And
What? Sorry. I was reading an article to try to get names, and I just saw the most fucking dumbfounding take I've ever seen. Bleacher Report ranked Bruce Brown as the number one signing of the offseason so far.
what?
He's apparently the best move anyone's made this offseason is the Nuggets getting Bruce Brown.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's awful. The Celtics have made two moves that are better than that, at least.
Yeah.
The Hawks made a better move than that. The Jazz made a better move than that.
I was going to say, don't say the Timberwolves. The Jazz did.
The Jazz did, but the Timberwolves did not.
I don't even think the move is that bad. I'm just concerned with how it's going to work long term. But anyways,
Yeah.
you go back to Celtics. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
The best part of we also got the Neo Gallinari.
Oh yeah, he did go to the Celtics, didn't he?
Yeah, it's huge because like we're getting these like not amazing players, but like solid players for basically nothing. Mm-hmm. Like Malcolm Brogdon, we traded away for like 2 rotation pieces and a first-round pick. That's crazy because he's probably going to start for us. Hopefully, He'll
Malcolm definitely Brogdon. Start.
Yeah,
I don't think
probably be him at the 1, Smart at the 2, Brown at the 3, Tatum at the 4.
I was gonna say, stop fucking Marcus Smart from playing point guard. Dear God.
Please, can't do them all.
Anything but Marcus Smart at point guard.
But yeah, it's huge because like we were in the finals last year, and I was like, I thought that was going to be like the peak. Like we're not going to do anything this offseason, but already this is huge. Because like we're also just freeing up roster space for anybody else we really want. We're not freeing up cap space at all because those are too big.
Money isn't real.
Yeah, money's not.
When it comes to the NBA, the luxury tax exists. It doesn't matter. Every owner is willing to overpay. It's fine.
Yeah,
they're definitely not cheap or anything.
Yeah, and then we got Gallinari, which literally just like if we didn't make another move for the rest of the offseason, we're probably the first seed at this point. Even despite like the Hawks getting DeJounte Murray, like that doesn't even really matter at this point. Mm-hmm. So like I'm rating the Celtics in A, like at least an A so far.
I'll give them an A-, just to spite you.
Oh no, that's cool. No, it's cool.
Fine then, B+. Suck it. Cope and seethe. I'm just kidding. I've said it before on here. My only concern with the Celtics right now is Jason Tatum. I still don't know whether or not he's capable of being that guy. But he is only 24, so perhaps I'm being a bit premature with that. And if he can prove me wrong, absolutely. The Celtics, fucking 1 seed, finals favorites, all that good stuff. Now the Bulls, I don't know what they're scheming with what they've done. Like, I like adding Drummond. Drummond fits very well. Because I've been saying for months and months and months now that the Bulls' biggest problem is they don't have any rim protectors. They don't have any defensive presence in the paint. And that's literally all Andre Drummond is. That's all he's providing. So he's going to come off the bench for Vooch, and, that's fine. But I still would have rather have traded Vooch for, I don't know, literally anyone else at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe the Bulls are fucking scheming right now and they're about to pull a sign-and trade for DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, I almost said DeAndre crazy. Hunter. I'd take DeAndre Hunter too, but DeAndre Ayton would be marginally better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't know how that deal would work out, especially considering Rudy Gobert just went for what? Technically 5 first-round picks, 4 plus the guy they picked this year, and like 3 role players.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Crazy.
They'd probably have to give the wing they just drafted, still can't remember the kid's name, and like 3 first-round picks, and I don't know, Vooch and Kobe, I guess. And maybe
Yeah,
that's a bit
probably.
wishful thinking because Kobe's definitely on the move. Them getting, oh my god, I already forgot his name. The fucking guy Derrick Rose dunked on. What's his name? Oh my god,
The
Dragic,
one
Goran
guy.
Dragic, Goran Dragic. Yeah, I mean, getting him pretty much tells me Kobe's gone. And it also has me concerned because I feel like that's a move you make if you're not confident in Lonzo coming back healthy. Because you don't need an extra point guard unless that's the case. Because you have Io, so you could have
Yeah.
just traded Kobe and been fine at point guard. But if Lonzo's not coming back healthy and Dragic's our starting point guard, I'm not going to feel super confident. Like Dragic's he's fine, but Lonzo is marginally better. His defense is a lot better, and that's something the Bulls were definitely missing last year when he wasn't playing. So
Yeah.
I'm, to say the least, very concerned about what's going forward. But it seems like, from what I understand, the Bulls are really confident in Patrick Williams, which is why they haven't made any major moves.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I mean that's good, I guess, but we still don't have anybody down low that's going to guard like Giannis or Joel Embiid or anybody like that. Because even though Drummond's an upgrade defensively, still not fucking stopping Embiid. Where Rudy
Yeah.
Gobert would at least be able to hinder him. But I guess I'm glad the Bulls didn't have to give up everything. The
Yeah, literally
who
everything. That's like Zach Levine,
yeah
Kobe White,
yeah,
Vooch.
which Zachary signed. Fuck yeah, got the super max. First time the Bulls have ever paid a player over 200 million, I believe. Or
He
over,
deserves
it
it.
might have even been lower than that. It might have been the first time the Bulls paid somebody over 100 million, which would be yeah, it was something ridiculous like that because I remember they were making a huge deal about it because the Bulls have been cheap for years, and they were making a big deal because even like smaller market teams like the Jazz and the Kings and whatnot have done it multiple times, and the
Yeah.
Bulls hadn't yet. I think it was over 100 million, which I agree though. Zach absolutely deserves it. You had to pay him. You have no choice. It's just I don't know. I'm still concerned about the bigs on this team, which is why I would have if Aiton's a possibility, hell yes. I don't think we have the money for Mo Bamba. I think there was a lot of interest there. From what I read, it's just the Bulls didn't want to pay his price.
Yeah.
I don't know. I I just I just want Vooch to be fucking gone. I want that man off my team. At the end of the day, that's what I'm asking. I will trade Vooch for Daniel Tice. You give us back a first round pick and Daniel Tice for Vooch, taking that every day of the week. I'll trade Vooch for fucking Nicholas Claxton or fucking
I mean, that's actually
yeah,
a good trade.
yeah,
Low key.
yeah. I'll trade him for who was the other center we were looking at? Mitchell Robinson. Like I'll trade him for half the centers in the NBA. I'm done with this man. I am fed up. Do not want him on my basketball team. And then next year he's gonna put up like 30 a night, fucking win MVP. And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, well, it is what it is. I've been doing a lot of that lately. I've been doing a lot of bashing players and then right afterwards being like, well, they're gonna actually do great next year. So I've just been framing it as, yeah, I hope they suck, but I would also like to be proven wrong because it would benefit me. Um,
I mean, if Vooch averages 30 points a game and wins MVP, I think you're gonna be fine with that.
yeah, yeah, I'll happily take my L there. Absolutely. I said the same. I've been saying the same thing about Mitch Trubisky for months too. Even though like fuck the Steelers, if Mitch is good, hell yeah. But anyways, what other big moves have been made? You mentioned Dejounte Murray got traded. He went to the
Yeah,
Hawks. Him and Trey Young. That's a nice backcourt. Solid
I
duo.
like it, but I don't think it does much for him. Like they're not gonna be as bad as they were, of course, because you're adding like an all-star level player. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't think they have the pieces right now to really push. Because like, you have Trey Young, who's like always up there. He might be like he's like contending for like a top 10 player in the league right now. Dejounte Murray, who's like top 30 on a good day. He's really good. He's improved in his time on San Antonio. But then you have like your third best players like John Collins, who like is good, but
I
like
think John Collins is fine as a third option.
he's fine. But like I think you need an upgrade
Well, yeah, I
if
mean,
you're
in the
trying.
East right now, I guess he's not enough to really push the needle, but
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
He's fine, but you need to get an improvement to push as far as you want to go.
Right, which is why they're going to trade John Collins to the Bulls for. I already forgot the fucker for Vucevic. I'm terrible with names today. Dear God. I was literally talking about the guy 2 minutes ago, and then he just left my mind. That's how much I hate him. I just put him out of my mind.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean, and I definitely agree to a certain extent that that they're just kind of they're better, but they're still not there. They still need the help.
Yeah.
What other big? John Wall went to the Clippers, which is
Yeah.
bonkers. Is John Wall
Crazy.
still a good basketball player?
He didn't play. He hasn't played in 2 years, I don't think. But
Oof.
he averaged like 20 points per game last time he played. I think it's like a mid pickup. Like
Well, who was their point guard
like
last year?
it was Norman Powell, I think, was on that team. Or I'm
Okay.
completely making that up, and it's Reggie Jackson. I lied.
Okay, so at the very worst, it's a lateral move.
Yeah.
At the very worst, and it's not like they're paying him anything crazy. It's a 2-year, $13 million contract, so you're paying him like $7.5 million a year. So it's not too bad, or not 7.5. What would that be? 6.5. I was a million off. So that's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's not absolutely horrendous.
I think Norman Powell is on that team.
Okay.
I'm right. But like when people saw that trade, they were freaking out. They're saying that they have the best roster in the league. And that's just not really true, considering they probably have the most inconsistent stars in the league, despite the Celtics being very consistent, because at least the Celtics players play. You have like Kawhi and Paul George who are injured constantly. And
Yeah.
then now you had John Wall, who is injured for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
It's a very big question mark. I think if they're healthy, they're going to be pretty dangerous, but I don't think that they're going to be able to beat a team like the Warriors next year, who's only going to get better.
Well, Golden State took some hits. They lost Otto Porter Jr.
Oh yeah,
and they lost
Gary
Gary
Payton.
Payton. Yeah, but they added Dante DiVincenzo as their Gary Payton replacement.
Yeah, that's a solid replacement for Gary Payton.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But losing Otto Porter hurts for sure.
Yeah.
Automatic absolutely came back last year. I'm so mad about that, by the way. He sucked with the Bulls and then just decided to get good once he left. Such a casual take. That's one of the most casual takes I've ever had. Like, he was bad with my team, but good with another team, and there's no reason for it. Obviously, there's a reason. He was like the third option in Chicago when he was there.
Yeah.
But he went where? Toronto, I believe, which is a solid signing for them, adding some bench depth behind Siakam.
Yeah. I like the team that they're building in Toronto. I feel like a lot of people are. I feel like Scotty Barnes is going to take a huge leap this season.
Oh, yeah, Scotty Barnes is going to be so good.
Yeah. He's so good. And the team getting built up around him is really good. They're probably going to be in like the same spot that they were last year. And like leading into that phrase, I was going to say that they were going to be better, but like it's so hard to be like a top 4 seed in the East, especially.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Ooh, Bismack re-signed with the Suns. Wasn't he the one that like donated his entire salary to building schools in Africa or building hospitals in Africa?
Yeah, it was a hospital.
Shout out Bismack.
Love
That's
him.
awesome.
Love him.
Okay, I'm just looking at like free agency updates. It looks like Woj said that the Raptors still represent the least complicated option for the Brooklyn Nets to trade KD, which probably cost them Scotty Barnes. But like,
Yeah, it cost him a lot.
I don't know, what would that trade look like? It would be like Scotty Barnes, fucking 12 first round picks or some shit, since Gobert
Something
went
crazy.
for 5. Scotty Barnes is the centerpiece, though.
Yeah, I think I screenshotted something on Twitter where it was like, the Nets want the Timberwolves. They went after the Timberwolves
I saw
for
this
a
trade.
trade.
Yeah,
it was Cat, Anthony Edwards, and 4 draft picks. No.
So they're probably
crazy.
They're probably asking the Raptors for Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, and 5 first-round picks.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's crazy. But like, I think I've just been waiting to say this. A team that I want him to get traded to is a team like the Heat.
I would love him
Like,
going to the Heat.
because like you go into the Heat, the only person that would be safe would be Jimmy Butler, and probably everybody else is getting traded.
I think the Heat probably give you the most realistic and best package for KD, honestly.
Exactly.
Duncan
Like,
Robinson, Tyler Hero, Kyle Lowry, throw in like 3 or 4 first-round picks.
yep.
It's not a bad haul.
Yeah, but I think the main hookup would probably be that the Nets would want like Bam back,
True.
just because he'd be there and they'd be like they're trying to oversell KD's value. They're trying at this point. I feel like the Nets are just like, how much can we get for him?
Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be for a while. They're definitely just trying to test their luck around the league. And I think once they've gone around the league and everyone's like, "No, you're insane," they'll finally be like, "Okay, we'll field some offers and then accept something." Because I really don't think KD will be playing for the Nets next year. I don't think that's a high probability at
Yeah,
all.
I agree.
Which I don't. That's not like a hot take or anything. I think we're all pretty much in agreement with that. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. Like that was some revolutionary take. Yeah, KD's gonna not be a Brooklyn Net next year, which I don't know. I would love KD in Chicago, but I just don't know what the trade is.
Exactly. I would want him on the Celtics, but like I'm horrified of like what the package would be. It'd be
You
like
get Jaylen Brown,
Robert
yep,
Williams,
multiple first round picks.
Marcus,
I don't think
multiple
they'd
first round
take. I
picks.
don't think they'd take Smart.
They probably wouldn't, but we just throw him in there. Get him out of here.
The way the Celtics have turned on Marcus Smart in the past like 2 months is hysterical. Went from Depoy, captain of the best defense in basketball, to get this motherfucker off my team immediately.
Well, I mean, if he's shooting bricks constantly, I'm gonna get a little upset.
Just start using him like Tony Allen. Don't let him shoot the ball. He's there to play defense, and that is it. No more shooting. I think a Bulls offer, you'd have to include DeRozan, which I don't know if they'd go for given DeRozan's age, because obviously the Nets are about to enter a rebuild. I don't think they want 33-year-old DeRozan, but it would be like DeRozan, Vooch, Kobe, and like 4 or 5 first-round picks, which honestly, I'd do. As much as I love DeRozan, like KD is KD.
Just a little bit better.
Just a little bit. I'd take that trade. But then, no, I don't think they'd ask for Kobe. They'd want Patrick Williams. They wouldn't take Kobe. And then
I think they're looking for a young star at least.
And Patrick Williams would be the closest thing Chicago would have to that.
Yeah.
Unless we can really sell them on Kobe. Chicago's basically just telling anybody to take Kobe for scraps. And it makes me so sad. Because I love the guy, but like he's so goddamn inconsistent. He just can't do it. Like there's nights where you're like, okay, that's why we took him 7th overall. That makes sense. And then there's other nights like, why is this man in the NBA? And I know there's a lot of players like that, but like Kobe, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't really watch much basketball outside of Chicago, but it's rough. TJ Warren went to the Nets?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think that was earlier today.
It's a good signing, yeah.
I mean, I guess so.
Okay, here's something I want to ask you about because you'll have a better opinion than me. How do we feel about Zion's 5-year extension?
I think it's very risky considering at this point he's played like 50 games in the league.
It's got to be more than 50.
I think we've had this discussion before, but it was like I think it's more than 50 for sure, but like
he has played 85. That's not much better.
He's played 85 in 3 years, is it?
So he's played 3. I think it's 3. So just over a season in 3 years.
Yeah. I mean, when he does play, I said this like in my early days of TikTok. I was like, he's one of the best players in the league because he's like averaging 26 on 60% shooting, and he's like the main scorer for his team, which is like crazy. But he's not gonna like. You don't know if he's gonna play or not, and like his whole play style is physicality and athleticism.
Has he gotten back in shape? Has that been something we've seen?
I don't know if he ever wasn't in shape. It's really just like when
I don't
Zion
know.
says,
Some of those
I mean,
pictures, bro put on a little bit. I can't talk too much as a bigger man myself, but he put on a little bit.
he definitely did. But like what he said, he like posted a tweet and it was like all these people are making up narratives instead of talking to me. And it's like he's been working hard this whole time, apparently trying to get back on the court. I think I don't know. I think it all depends. At this point I think that Brandon Ingram is more valuable
Mm-hmm.
than Zion
Yeah,
just
because
because
Vi is
of
only what, like 25, 26?
yeah.
He's
He's
still
young
very
and
young.
consistent, very
Mm-hmm.
consistent, getting better, has been leading the Pelicans almost by himself, not by himself, but like
Yeah. Who the
has
hell?
been leading this team.
Who the hell else is on the Pelicans? I'm completely forgetting their entire roster. Oh, they got CJ.
Valanciunas,
They traded for CJ. That's right. Because there was
yeah,
that whole big thing where it took Zion like a month to finally talk to CJ or some goofy shit.
yeah,
And then Devonte Graham, who just got arrested.
nice,
Herbert Jones. I remember Herbert Jones had a solid rookie year.
yeah.
He's a ball player. He's a good ball player. They got EJ Liddell. Interesting. That was a name I remember from the draft. Bulls legend Tony Snell. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I just had to refresh my memory. I could not remember anyone on the Pelicans. I'm not trying to hype up the team or anything. I was just saying names that I knew. But yeah, I feel like it was a deal you have to make just because of the upside of Zion, just because like you said when he does play, he's a stud, but you don't know how much you're going to get out of him. So it's like
Yeah.
you don't have a lot else going on. You don't have to pay anybody else right now. So why not? You know,
Mm-hmm.
why not? What else we got here? Who the fuck? Buddy Boheim?
What?
Who is Buddy Boheim?
Buddy Boheim.
He got signed by the Pistons. Like I said, I'm scrolling through the updates. He got signed by the Pistons. Shout out Buddy Boheim. I feel like such a casual for not knowing this man.
Buddy Boheim? I'm sure that it's fine.
I mean, he got a he got a two-way contract. I didn't read that at first. I don't feel bad anymore. I don't feel bad anymore at all. Darius Garland got a 5-year contract, which is huge. Dude deserved it. He's an absolute stud.
Yep.
Cleveland, they're weird. They're in a weird spot. I don't know what to think about Cleveland right now because they looked so good last year, and then what's his nuts got hurt or center.
Jared Allen?
Yeah, Jared Allen got hurt, and they started to kind of fall off, and then they made the playoffs but didn't because they lost in the play-in to a lower seed.
Yeah.
Now, do you think?
I mean, I like where they're at. I think they just need to fill in the holes that they have because they have huge holes in their roster. They have like
They got
Darius
huge holes,
Garland.
Andrew.
Okay, man.
I'm
If
sorry.
Darius,
I'm sorry.
you have Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen, and then you have like Lowry Markkinen and Karis LeVert.
I forgot Laurie went there. Okay. Yeah. Karis LeVert was
Like,
a decent trade for them.
yeah,
Getting
he
him
was,
was
but
nice.
like, you need better in
Yeah.
like a shooting guard, small forward position,
Yeah.
and then you like if you keep those guys and get a better starter in either of those two positions, then you're good because those guys are like solid bench players.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they're starting and playing like significant minutes is not good.
Yeah.
Like that's big red flag for that team.
So, how are they in a position to even fix that? Do they really have any assets they can move?
Not really. Karis LeVert's kind of old. I wouldn't want to trade for him. Larry Markkinen's just bad.
You got
Honestly.
Sexton.
Oh, I forgot about Sexton. Why did I forget about Sexton?
How could you forget about Sexland?
Sorry.
That's why I made the holes
my
joke. Because it's
Oh.
Sexland. I didn't just make that
Well-
on a whim. That was calculated. Get with the program. I don't just make offhand comments to make offhand comments. They're always calculated.
That did seem a little out
The,
of nowhere.
the old thinker's moving 1 billion miles a minute, okay? I think I'm funny, but I'm not. But yeah.
You have Sexton and Love that you can trade.
Who the fuck's gonna trade for Kevin Love, though?
I was gonna say Kevin Love's like way too old.
He's old and he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
They just need to let him die and go. Not die. They need to let his career die in Cleveland. Jesus Christ. Imagine. Yo! Sorry. I didn't know Nemanja Bjelica just left.
Hey, just peace out.
Yeah, he just went back to Turkey.
What?
Yeah. It says Nemanja Bjelica has informed the Golden State Warriors that he is leaving the NBA to return to Turkey.
Oh.
Bro really said, fuck the NBA. I'm going to go play in Turkey. Which, I mean,
That's
I think...
crazy.
I assume... he's from over there, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Darius Garland and Colin Sexton, I don't know how that's going to work long term with them both being undersized guards that can't play any defense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, Sexton would be nice as a sixth man. If you could get, like, an actual defensive guard to play alongside Garland, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I said they're kind of in a weird spot. What else do we got? Okay, so here's the Celtics trade. Y'all traded Nick Stauskas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Celtics are not winning a game this year. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Yusuf Nurkic signed an extension. Understandable. Theo Pinson got a contract? Let's go! Fuck yeah, UNC legend Theo Pinson is sticking around with the Mavericks. Love to see it. You love to see it. How much is Gary Payton getting paid? 3-year, $28 million? That's definitely worth it. He absolutely deserved to get paid real money. Dude's a stud. He was an absolute stud for the Warriors. That's going to be a big blow for them, losing Gary Payton. Yeah. And again, that's not like some insane take. I think that's pretty obvious. But I mean, Dante DiVincenzo, I guess he's an all-right replacement. But Gary Payton going to Portland's interesting. I don't know what...
That's exactly the type of stuff that they need.
Yeah. I don't know. Portland, it's to me, looking at Portland's roster right now, it's like that TikTok sound where it's like, what's he building in there? Because I don't... Yeah. And maybe it's just me being an idiot, but I don't understand what the fuck their plan is. Because, like, they've got Dame, they've got Nurkic, and they've got Gary Payton. Am I missing anything?
I don't think so. Let me look.
Like, if that's your big three...
Anthony Simons.
Anthony Simons is solid. Okay.
Very good.
Eric Bledsoe's there. Decent guard off the bench.
Joe Ingles now.
Oh, and they traded for Jeremy Grant. That's right.
Oh.
They traded like a second-round pick for him. I forgot about that completely. Yeah, and they got Josh Hart, Joe Ingles, my boy Nasir Little. Hold on now. This team isn't actually bad. I'm just an idiot. This is actually a decent ball team. Chris Dunn? Bulls legend? Yeah. Okay. I mean, you're building something. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yet people are still wanting Dame to force a trade out. Like, he's actually got a team around him right now. I mean, it's not going to... I don't know how far it'll get you in the West, but it's a team.
Yeah, maybe,
it's something.
Maybe not far.
It's something. You know, it's better than nothing. What else do we have going on here? We've got Booker signing a 4-year extension. We got John Morant signing a 4-year extension. Oh, yeah, Jokic is the highest paid basketball player ever now in terms of one contract. Absolutely deserving. Absolutely, without a doubt. Towns got a 4-year extension. Fair enough. Oh, yeah, Jalen Brunson went to the Knicks for $104 million. Which I don't think it's as bad of a signing as what people think. Because, like,
I think it's a wild card because like you perform that well in the playoffs, you gotta have something,
mm-hmm,
especially like the way that he played. It seems like he can do that. He can perform that way in a in a situation where he's favored because like you have Luca on that team and you're
mm-hmm.
still going off like that.
Yeah,
Like imagine him on the Knicks ready to cook. He's
right.
allowed to cook.
Yeah. And a lot of people have been complaining about the price tag, but I don't even think it's that bad for him. Given the current market and given how much players are making right now, I don't think
Yeah.
$104 million for, like, I don't know, a top 10 point guard, we'll say, is that bad. I don't
Yeah.
really think it's that bad at all. And you're absolutely right. He's going to be able to go to the Knicks, and he doesn't really have any competition, like you said, to be able to cook. It's not like there's another guard there he's taking minutes from. It's going to be him, and he's got two guys down low that are kind of setting up for him, which, I don't know, maybe the pick and roll game with Julius Randle will be the revitalization of the Knicks. Um, what else is here? Yeah, PJ Tucker went to the Sixers, which pissed me off because I wanted him to go to the Bulls. The Bulls let Troy Brown Jr. go to the Lakers. The Lakers have made a bunch of weird signings.
Yeah.
The Lakers make no fucking sense. You want to talk about what are they building there? That's the Lakers. That is literally the Lakers. Because I have no idea what's going on there. And then my grandpa was watching the summer league the other day because basketball is like his favorite thing to watch. So he actually sits and watches the summer league. And apparently they've got Scottie Pippen Jr. and Shareef O'Neal on their summer league team, just fucking chilling.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. They've also got the man Mac McClung just
Yeah.
chilling. Like, what is this team? Austin Reeves, another legend. But, like, this team's still going to be bad, is the crazy thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's still going to be good. Like, they're in talks to get Kyrie, which is a whole other thing. But even then, I don't know how good they're going to be because your three stars are all. I don't want to call LeBron inconsistent, but, like, he's been banged up the past couple years.
Yeah.
Kyrie, nobody knows what the fuck he's doing on any given day. And Anthony Davis is called Anthony Davis for a reason. He can't fucking stay healthy. So if that's
Yeah.
your big three, like, yeah, 4 years ago, absolutely. But in
Crazy.
2022, I don't know. And not only that, but I guess that trade package, you're really just giving up Westbrook and some draft picks. So I guess it's not terrible. Like, I don't know. Maybe this is finally when Talon Horton. Or no, Talon Horton Tucker's the one they refused to trade, right?
Yeah.
That's the one that. Okay,
For
yeah.
no reason.
But
Like he's
but
mid.
every Lakers fan wants to trade him because they think he has insane value.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I had that right because Lakers fans are a fucking enigma. I swear to
Yeah.
God. And Melo's okay. I forgot he was even still in the league. Melo's just chilling there. Avery Bradley forgot he was in the damn league. Wayne Elliott, where have these guys been? I guess I'm just not watching enough Lakers basketball because I thought half of this team was out of the league by now. Like, if you asked me 5 minutes ago before I pulled up this roster, I could name the big three, which is LeBron, Westbrook, and Davis, and, like, I don't know. I could probably tell you Dwight Howard was on this team. Ken Basemore's there?
Yeah.
This is like the 2017 Dream Team. What are they building? What are they doing? This is. Dude, this is like. Okay. This is like some kid who knows these guys exist because their older brother tells them stories. So they build this team in 2K and then they drop all their ages down to 20 so they can develop again and progress and be stars and he can play with his
Yeah.
brother's favorite players. Like, that's literally what this team is. And Thomas Bryant. And also Thomas Bryant's there. He's actually all right. Who the fuck are you? Wenyan Gabriel? That's not a person.
What?
That's not a real dude. This I can't. I gotta stop looking at this team. This whole episode is just gonna become me laughing at the Lakers if I don't stop.
You're losing your mind.
Because it doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't. Maybe I'm being a complete casual right now, and like the Lakers actually have some solid role players, but to me, this team doesn't look like it makes any sense.
No, not at all.
Oh, see, this is why LeGM should not be a thing, because LeBron just stacks up on all the guys that were good back when he was on the Cavs and thinks they can still hoop. That's literally what has happened. Oh, is James Harden re-signed yet?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That motherfucker too. What? I hate
He
the
actually
NBA.
annoys me.
I'm starting to hate the NBA because of these dumbasses like Kyrie and Harden, and it's just goofy. It's just so goofy. There's no.
Yeah.
At least we have Theo Pinson. He makes up for all of it. Theo Pinson.
The reason we watch.
We watch basketball for Theo Pinson. That's who's going to be the fucking thumbnail for this episode, and people are going to be so confused when they click. Theo Pinson, my god. Yeah, Harden's still there. Miles Bridges is still there, but he should never play basketball again. Aiton's still there. Brunson already signed. Why is he listed? Oh yeah, Beal got $250 million, which is wild.
Beal is the dumbest NBA player of all time.
He's the dumbest NBA player of all time. Why?
Yes. He had a quote where he said, I don't want to retire and not give myself a chance to win. And then he stays with the Wizards for 5 years. What are you doing?
I want to win basketball games, so I'm going to play in Washington. Whoa! Okay, that's not appropriate.
Oh.
I'm scrolling through NBA on CBS, like, just to see who's available, and I just got a freaking porn advertisement. Like, bro, I'm just trying to look at hoops. I don't have time for this shit.
What a perfect place to put it. What a perfect place to put it.
Like, bro, I'm just trying to see where Bruce Brown signed, even though I already know because we talked about it 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Kyle Anderson went to the Timberwolves. Good for him. Why is Nicholas Batum making $11 million a year?
I have no idea.
What is Nicholas Batum providing at the age of 33? He's providing 8.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.7 assists per game for $11 million a year.
That's worth it. Come on.
Otto Porter's making half of that, and he's a better ball player
in every way.
Gary Harris got 13 a year, not bad. Victor Oladipo is making the same amount of money as Nicholas Batum.
What?
Listen, we live in a fucking society. We really do. Such a dumb joke.
It's been going on for so long too.
Oh my god, I really do think I'm funny, but no one else does. Oh yeah, Lou Dort got fucking $87 million over 5 years. Good for him. Lou Dort's that dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
he's scary.
That's what I want. More than anything, I want KD to get traded back to the Thunder.
Yeah.
That would be hysterical. No, I lied. I want him to get traded back to Golden State. Golden State would be better, but the Thunder is a close second. Because they have every asset in the world to do it. And KD would actually have a nice little supporting cast around him.
Yeah.
Freaking the real white boy of the NBA, Josh Giddey, and Lou Dort's probably there.
I've been wanting to talk about the Thunder this entire time.
Go for it. My apologies, I didn't realize.
No, you can't read my mind. I'm so high on Chet Holmgren right now. I think he's winning Rookie of the Year. I
don't know a damn thing about Chet. I just know one night he was bodying people and everyone was like, oh man, we were wrong. And then the next night he got bodied and we were like, hold up, wait a minute now. We spoke a little too soon. Like, I do not know jack shit about this scrawny ass motherfucker.
Yeah, he needs to get big. Like he needs to spend his time this offseason just lifting
Hmm. He
weights.
needs to start lifting and stop chirping because he's been doing a lot of chirping.
Really?
What? Yeah, from what I've seen, he's been doing a lot of chirping on Twitter, and like that's fine. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk shit. Do your thing, but like you got priorities, my boy. You cannot be walking around like Slenderman's cousin and be talking shit on Twitter.
It looks like Jack Skellington, literally.
I saw a tweet where there was a picture of Chet. It was like a graphic after his first summer league game, and it showed like his stats. And somebody zoomed in on his knee, and it was literally that thick. And they were like, "This has to be Photoshop." like, like I mean, he's got talent. He's a talented ball player, but that frame just isn't gonna work. And
Yeah.
he plays down
He's
low, right? He's a paint player. He's not like
yeah.
If you're not Kevin Durant, you can't get away with that.
He's gonna get injured real bad, a lot. He's gonna get out-dueled by like Joel Embiid.
Oh
Even
my
Jokic
god,
is gonna body him
imagine
down.
Embiid taking him in the post.
Yeah.
Dear God.
I mean, that's literally probably the only issue with Chet's game, though, is that he's not big. Because in his first game against the Jazz, he had 23 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 blocks in 24 minutes.
Not bad.
6 blocks is crazy.
Well, I mean, you're fucking 7'12". You better be able to block a shot. How tall is he actually? He's like 7'2", right?
He's 7 foot.
7 foot. Okay. Yeah, he was going up against Cockburn, right? Kofi Cockburn.
Yeah.
That's a real name. That's crazy.
That's
He went
crazy.
to Illinois. And there were a lot of Bulls fans who legitimately wanted him. That's the only reason I know about his existence. But yeah, he was like bodying Kofi the first game, and then that second game, he was getting tossed around like a little boy. It looked like when you have your My Player and there's no VC put into it.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know what to think of him. I legitimately don't, because I didn't watch any Gonzaga basketball last year, so I'm not hip with the vibes, or however the kids want to put it these days. God, I sound like an old man. I'm 19 years old.
Yeah. You're 19, man.
I'm 19. Listen, completely unrelated. I made a TikTok the other day, and it was this girl, and she was like, I stitched it, and it was like, what is the male equivalent of something, or what makes a man feel like a bad bitch? And I gave mine, and one of these guys that I follow, his name is Jackson. He's another NFL TikToker. Shout out Jackson if you're watching this. I doubt you are, but he said listening to Yeet, and I sat there for 10 minutes, like, who the fuck is Yeet? I still don't know. This was like 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Who is Yeet? I'm being dead serious.
Who
is this man?
I don't know.
I feel so out of touch. Like, real talk for a minute. Real talk. Jokes aside. I feel old. I feel like I'm getting old. I'm 19 years old, and I feel like I'm having a midlife crisis. Because shit just doesn't make sense to me anymore. I don't understand anymore.
You've dove head first into this podcast business, and you're watching your life go past you as you work.
Low key, I have a TikTok saved in my drafts. Have you seen that trend where it's like you get like it's a big wall of text, and you get asked, it's like a simple question, like, who's your favorite basketball team? Then it's like, me personally, it says some real depressing shit, like, I feel like I'll never be enough for her. And then you end it with, like, personally, I'm a Hornets fan. Like, something like that. I have one saved in my drafts, and I don't know if I want to post it because it's so depressing. But I made it at like 3 a.m. the other day. Hold on, let me read it off. Because it's something goofy. I put, like, who's your favorite NFL player? And then it was like, hold on. I said... Hold on, this is about to get real for a minute. We're going to go away from the jokes. I put, I'm personally struggling with the fact that I'm slowly giving up the things I love most in life as I grow older in order to become a more productive adult. That's real talk. That's Jesus. Like, yeah. And I mean, it's the truth. It's literally the truth. Like, I haven't sat down and played video games for more than like an hour in like weeks. I quit theater. I haven't done any of the shit that I like actually enjoy. It's just all been like, I didn't want to quit theater. I want to get back into it. I need to get back into it. I'm going to see I think, what is it, Rock of Ages, I think, the Cumberland Theater's doing. I'm going to see that, and I feel like watching that is going to spark me to get back into it. But, like, it's the truth. Real talk, I have missed out on so much over the past year because life and because being an adult and having responsibilities. And I'm barely an adult. That's the scary thing. Like, I don't even have a fucking driver's license or an income. And I'm still sacrificing to be an adult. Life is weird. I just want to be a fucking sophomore again. Well, I am a sophomore, but a high school sophomore.
Yeah.
Like
it'll all be worth it here soon because we're starting to get.
Oh yeah, we're getting monetized on Spotify now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're watching or if you're listening on Spotify, hopefully you got an ad at the beginning of this.
Let's go.
Hopefully. I went through. Listen, I feel like an asshole for doing it, but like I'm also in desperation mode. I went through and edited each podcast who's uploaded to Spotify and threw an ad at the beginning. No one's gonna listen. No one's gonna go back and listen to the old episode, so it doesn't really matter. But like, fuck it. Fuck it. What were we talking about? We were talking about basketball. God,
yeah,
that feels that feels this has been all over the place. This is what happens when we don't talk for like a week straight, and then it all just floods.
Yeah, it comes out.
Yeah, because these podcasts, I've just been all basketball, and now it's like, well, you know, life.
Yeah, life and all that.
Enjoy high school while you can. You're a senior now, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I feel old.
Isn't that crazy?
Do you know how old I feel thinking about that?
Yeah, I was a freshman like 4 years ago. I was a sixth grader 6 years ago.
I met this kid when he was in 6th grade.
Yep.
God, life isn't real. Oh my god.
No, it's starting to affect me, the slow march of time. It's starting to
Dude, it didn't hit me until like I think it might have been senior dress up day when I was finally like, wait, hold on.
Stop.
I think that might have been the day that got me, which the pictures from that day are so fucking goofy. I was looking at them the other day and I cannot hold a real smile in a picture to save my life. And then we had it in the sun, which made it so much worse. Oh my god. Damn.
That's heavy. This is heavy. We need to lighten it up a little bit, maybe, I think.
We probably should, because I was about to get even deeper.
Oh.
I don't know, what's something goofy we can transition to?
Well, I already used my Rise of Gru card.
Yeah, we can't talk about. I even fucked that up. I'm in a weird headspace today. It's just one of those days. Maybe it was because I was in a courtroom this morning. Life is just like swirling in my head.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was. I didn't get picked for the jury, by the way. So W.
W.
But I might get called back in later in the month, which is an L. But I don't have to go in tomorrow or Monday at the very least. So, dubs.
Dub.
God, I'm out of it. I've completely lost all train of thought. Oh, God, I am going to be in my feels later.
Oh no! Watch The Boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch The Boys, and then afterwards, I'm gonna be like, "Damn, another thing I enjoy has ended."
Oh my god! I'm gonna call a therapist for you or something.
I need one. Unironically, I think I need one. All right. I don't know what else is. I was gonna say what else is going on in the world, but the world's fucked up too.
Yeah,
there's no winning. There's no winning. Everything sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know what other moves happened in basketball. You got to have something. You got to have something rolling around in that mind of yours. Come on.
What other moves happened, or what can I
Anything.
talk about?
Anything to do with the NBA. It's just
Whoa,
something.
whoa. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna buy a Malcolm Brogdon jersey because I've
Valid.
loved him since he was on the Bucks.
Valid.
Like, I think he's been so underrated, and I think the Bucks were absolutely imbecilic to let him walk.
Imbecilic. Is
That's
that a
might
real
not be the
word?
right word.
I've
I
never.
hope to God it is.
You're fucking kidding me.
Is it a word?
Yeah. Very
Boom.
stupid or foolish. The
Yep.
act of being an imbecile. Or an imbecile. Look at that. Isn't that something?
I know my words.
Yeah, say
But
a
yeah,
big word then.
a big word.
You son of a bitch. I'm done. I can't. My mental state cannot take this at this very moment. No. Use a
He
real big word.
snapped. He snapped.
That's what broke me. It wasn't anything else. That's the start of my Joker arc.
Oh my god.
I still
Oh
can't
my
believe the second Joker
god.
movie is going to be a musical. That's just always
I'm
going to be in the
so
back of my mind.
excited for
It's going to
that.
be so
I'm
good.
so excited for
It's going to
that.
be so good.
That's
It's going to
so
be great.
funny.
It's going to be
It's
great.
out of nowhere. Musical? Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm. I'm also very excited for the Barbie movie. I think we've talked about this on here before.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about Oppenheimer and the Barbie movie coming out on the same day. And that, looking at the cast list for that was what inspired me to watch The Boys, because Jack Quaid is going to be in Oppenheimer.
Really?
Yeah.
Huge.
Shout out Jack
So,
Quaid.
Thor Love and Thunder came out tonight, I think.
Oh my god, I've heard bad things about it and I'm so scared.
What?
Yeah.
What bad things?
They said the humor that Taika went for ruined it. That's what I've seen so far. Like, it was trying too hard to be funny to where it became cringy. Like, there's
Oh.
a, like, when you think about it in universe, at least, like, I know in one of the trailers there was a scene where you can see an ice cream shop in the back called Infinity Cones, and it's the Infinity Gauntlet holding an ice cream cone. Can you imagine how fucked up that would be in the Marvel universe, being like, yeah, here's the guy that killed half of everybody serving you ice cream? That would
What?
be like having a Hitler ice cream store.
Yeah.
Like, or no, I guess a more fitting would be like a Hitler pizza place.
Well, that's just crazy that you put that in my perspective.
I think this is our $1 billion idea. I'm joking. That's a
I
joke.
think
That's a
that
joke.
I was gonna say I think we should definitely not
I'm
even
joking.
begin to think about that.
Maybe we should just open a pizza place. Drop the Hitler idea. Just a
I
pizza
like
place.
that. You see that's a good idea.
But what do we call the pizza place?
I don't know, man. This is a
I
lot
can't
of
come up with all
pressure.
the ideas. I need help.
I can't.
See what I'm fucking dealing with here? I just looked at myself. I wasn't even looking at the camera.
I was gonna say
I looked the other way. I always do that. Like, it really fucks me up because my camera's on this side, and I don't know why, but I'm always looking at myself. Maybe that's something I need to look into. Maybe I have narcissistic tendencies, but I have a tendency to always look over at myself. Now, I think it would be more of an insecurity thing, making sure I don't look like a dumbass. All right, I gotta
yeah.
stop. I gotta stop. Um,
Okay.
what else has happened? I watched another show. I watched that Arcane on Netflix, the League of Legends show.
That's on Netflix.
Yeah,
I might need to watch that because
I've
I've seen
never
good
played the
stuff
game,
about
but
that.
that show was incredible.
Is it done? Is the season done?
Their first season's done. I don't know if they're picking up a second one or not.
I need to watch it. I've seen good stuff about it.
It's really good. Haley
Yeah.
Steinfeld's in it. That's why I watched. That's literally the only reason why I watched it. She
Golly,
does
man.
great as per usual.
I'm thinking, and don't get mad at me here. I'm thinking you might be a little bit biased.
No, I liked the show itself. Like I actually liked the story with it. It was a good
Yeah.
story. Like I've seen Haley Steinfeld in things that sucked. There was this one really shitty. Oh my god, it's gonna kill me that I can't remember the name of it. It was a really shitty spy movie with her and Samuel L. Jackson. Hold on.
I thought I was following. I was not following.
Barely Lethal. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. Listen,
That's the
so
worst name for a movie I've
yeah,
ever
so
heard.
listen, here's the plot, right? So Haley Steinfeld's character is raised as like basically a female sleeper agent for like an American KGB. It's fucking nuts. And Samuel L. Jackson is like her wrangler, like he runs the unit. And she goes missing during a mission because she wants to live the life of a normal teenager. So she signs up for like a foreign exchange program and joins this family. And the cast is really good. Like her sister is Dove Cameron, and her mom is the mom from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I'm pretty sure. It's like it has a baller cast. And then she starts going to school and she like doesn't understand how people work because her only knowledge of like high school culture is old 80s movies. So she thinks it's all like The Breakfast Club and Mean Girls and stuff, and it's not.
Yeah.
And then one of the other spies from that group gets sent to hunt her down. And then it's, I don't know, it's a whole goofy thing. Somebody gets stabbed with a corn dog. It's really fucking weird. Steve-O makes a cameo in it.
I
He's
was
Steve.
following. I was like, this is a good movie, and now I'm not like that
The writing
anymore.
is awful. The story makes no sense. Steve-O makes the weirdest cameo I think I've ever seen. He just shows up for like 5 minutes to like act like he's going to torture somebody, and then he doesn't, and then dips. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It is the worst movie I think I have ever seen. And there's CGI in it that is just dog shit. Such a bad movie. It is such an awful, awful movie. I would not
I mean,
recommend, like, if you're watching this and you're someone that likes shitty movies, watch it. Otherwise, don't torture yourself. Speaking of shitty movies, you know how I told you before the recording I had something I was gonna tell you, but I was gonna tell you on camera. I watched Morbius. It's fucking awful. I don't have any words. It was just awful.
thank you.
It was just terrible. There were so many. Listen, first of all, I'm really mad that the I am Venom quote was fake. He doesn't say. He says the quote, but then he doesn't follow it up with "It's me, Michael Morbius" or Dr. Michael Morbius. That ruined it.
Yeah.
That ruined it.
No. It was ruined to begin with.
That made it worse. The one
Yes.
line I was looking forward to just for the shit factor, and it's not even the right line.
No, I was the opposite of looking forward to it.
I was looking forward to it because I was bored and I wanted to laugh at something, and I did. I laughed a lot. And I was genuinely shocked that that man did not say it's Morbin time. Like, I knew it. I knew he didn't. I knew he didn't. But every 5 seconds, I was still expecting it.
Yeah, it's just that bad.
But we all know Deadpool 3 is going to be the first movie to use it, which is going to be
And that's
incredible.
hilarious. Deadpool 3 is going to feast on Morbius.
Dude, have you seen the plot synopsis for it?
No.
So, it's his first movie in the MCU. It's going to be like a fish out of water movie where he's taken out of his timeline and dropped into the MCU, and he has to figure out how he's going to adapt. And I'm trying to think, because the plot of this movie needs to be Deadpool meets up with an Avenger or a hero, but it needs to be like the most basic hero. Like, he can't be fucking around with Sam. Or like Captain America. It's got to be something goofy. He's got to be with like Ant-Man or Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Hawkeye would kind of be perfect. That would actually be perfect. Actually, no, perfect would be Spider-Man because they're like besties in the comics. And then they could do the whole Deadpool pansexual thing where he has a legitimate crush on Spider-Man, but like, it's the MCU. They're probably not going to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited because this means, because we're getting the extended version of No Way Home too, so we're going to get like the Matt Murdock court scene. Yeah. Yeah, when that comes back into theaters, that's going to be one of the scenes that gets added back in. So I really need something where Deadpool, Spider-Man, and Daredevil are together, and like, I don't know, doing something, fighting Kingpin, I guess.
That'd be sick.
Yeah,
That'd be very sick.
Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, which he's definitely not dead. I don't know if you've seen Hawkeye.
No.
Oh, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Never mind. I was about to, but I'm not going to. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be great. It would be a very interesting story because Deadpool could be like, why don't we just kill the big guy? And they could be like, no, we can't do that. That's against our moral code. And then Deadpool can be like, what the fuck? And then that's the movie. That's literally the movie.
Credits.
Credits roll to 2 lines of dialogue. Still better than Morbius.
Literally, yeah.
Still better writing than Morbius, too.
I'm being serious, and you can call me on this. I could have written a better movie than Morbius.
I believe it.
You give me the same budget, I'm writing a better movie.
Mm-hmm. I'm writing a better movie too because it's just not going to be a Morbius movie. You give me that budget, I'm making a Nightwing movie. Fuck you. I'm not making Morbius. I'm making a movie about a real hero.
I feel like I can't even like follow the thought process of like they're like we need a random Spider-Man rogue. Who are we gonna pick? Morbius.
And now
Who's
they're
gonna play him?
You know what's
Jared
even worse?
Leto.
You know what's even worse? They're making a
What?
Kraven the Hunter movie. And Kraven the
no.
Hunter is awesome.
Yeah.
And you know about him. Like, his main thing is, like, he's a poacher. He hunts wild game. And the reason he wants to kill Spider-Man is because he thinks he's, like, literally the world's deadliest game. Even more than a normal human, because he's a spider-human. They're making him, like, an animal rights activist in the movie.
It's the opposite.
Yes! They are completely rewriting the character to be the opposite of what he is. So I guess, like, Kraven the Hunter, he's going to be hunting poachers? That's his thing now?
That's pretty cool, but, like...
No, it's not.
Not what I would want.
It's not.
I mean, he's hunting poachers.
Yeah, but he
like,
can do that as normal Kraven. Just be like, fuck you, this is mine. Kill the poacher and then kill the animal and turn it into a...
Exactly.
Whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I get that poaching animals is bad. I'm not, like, advocating for it, but it's like a fucking movie, and that's, like, the character. That's, like, the whole point. We're making movies about Hitler and 9/11. Just make a movie about a guy killing wild animals. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I have said Hitler way too many times in this episode. There's no reason why.
He's always on your mind.
No, he's not. Don't say that. I am not a neo-Nazi, Andrew. Don't try to make me out to be one. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I am not a neo-Nazi. We can't end on that now. Like, we've been in 4 different places where we should have ended and just kept going. Which is very on brand, but, like, especially now.
I mean, no, not anymore. We're way more professional now. Come on.
Oh, yeah, way more professional. Dropping the name Hitler 6 times in an episode.
7. Now you just said it.
Shut up. Grammar Nazi? Not even grammar. Number Nazi.
No, Nazi. I mean.
Oh my god. No, I think we're done. Unless you have anything you want to talk about.
No, I think it's for the best that we stop.
How are rent rehearsals going?
Oh, they're terrible because it got canceled for a week because of COVID.
Oh, really?
And next week is Tech Week.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So they cut off our off book date, our first time in the actual theater. Went straight to Tech Week with costumes and makeup and hair.
When is the show? You've told me 100 times, but I keep forgetting when is it. Yeah.
Next weekend and then the weekend after that. Okay,
I gotta come see that, and then I also gotta go see Rock of Ages, so I'm gonna be seeing 2 shows over the next 2 weeks. That's gotta get me to want to get back in the theater. It's got to. It's gotta kickstart me.
I'm saying Rent is crazy. Rent is nuts.
Rent is really good. It's such a good musical.
When we made the top 5s, like musicals and all that, I hadn't seen Rent yet, and it is like easily number 1 now. Like head and shoulders. Easily number 1.
Over Dear Evan Hansen, which has made you cry numerous times.
If I saw Rent in in person. I don't think I'd cry more, but I'd be like, oh my god, 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 oh my god.
Yeah. And then the crazy thing with Rent is the story behind it with Jonathan Larson dying like right before opening night. Saddest
Exactly.
thing ever. So awful.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even get into that. That's a whole thing. Like
Yeah.
he fought so he worked his behind off for like
Yeah.
12 years,
Yeah.
and as soon as he gets his shot, he dies.
Yeah. He did the whole tick tick boom thing.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Great
Yeah.
musical as well.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites too. I love Tick Tick Boom. Andrew Garfield did so good in that. I want to see him in more musicals.
Yeah. I
So
want to see
bad.
him in every movie, actually.
Just put him in everything. Andrew Garfield
Exactly.
should never have time off. He should be in everything all the time. Every and he should always be not a bad guy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say there's some movies where a white man would have to be a bad guy, but he's not allowed to be one. He has to be a good guy.
Yeah.
I don't know why
100%.
that came to mind. I don't know why that was one of the first things I thought. There's something wrong with me today. Because my first thought was like Andrew Garfield in every movie ever. Well, wait, that's not going to work because some movies white people aren't really able to be in because of the context, or if they're in it, they're the bad guy. And then I was like, well, Andrew Garfield can't be the bad guy. History brain. That's the problem because my mind automatically goes to the worst disasters known to man. He can be like the one white guy in fucking Black Panther who was there for no reason.
Yeah.
That's still like the weirdest thing in the world to me with that movie. I'm not going to get into the whole rant about it, but like, why was he there? What was his purpose?
I really don't
And then he
know.
comes in and saves the day, which just feels wrong.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. They're making Black Panther too. That's the thing that's happening, and they're not recasting Chadwick Boseman, so the character's dead, which sucks because there was still a whole story to tell with it.
Yeah, but it's what they should do.
I don't know. I still think they should have recast him.
I
I mean,
feel
it
like
sucks, but
yeah.
it's a tough situation. But I feel like Chadwick would have wanted them to recast. Well, I can't say that because I don't know him, but like, I feel like it was the better option because there was still a lot left with that character. I don't know.
Yeah.
They'll find ways around it, though. I suppose probably make Shuri the Black Panther, which would be cool.
Yeah.
She's a badass. Anyways, we gotta stop. It is currently 1 a.m., which means I can definitely watch The Boys because it'll be up on the illegal streaming service I use. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, you want to do the outro since I can't take my
I,
foot out of my mouth.
I don't have the confidence. My foot is going into my mouth right now.
It's not a foot; that's a hand. If you actually put your foot in your mouth right now, I'll do the outro.
I don't want to do that.
I don't care.
This is not going to be an outro, I guess.
We're just gonna be here forever.
Thank you all for watching. Um, be sure to leave a like and subscribe anywhere you're listening. Be aware of any newer episodes and videos coming out. We've been growing huge recently, like huge.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, thank you for watching.
Yeah. Just another quick update, real quick, with the team preview videos. If you haven't seen on TikTok, we're kind of on hold currently because scheduling got all goofed up, but it's okay because we'll be back to normal like at the end of the weekend, hopefully. So we're good. Anyways, like Andrew said, that's gonna do it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Um, you know what? I always give you guys something to comment. Here's what we're gonna comment this week. Comment your problems, and we'll talk it out like men because men deserve a safe space to discuss their problems, and they don't really have that. So use the comment section to vent your issues. And I don't know. I've been told I give good advice. I'll try to help you out, or I'll just be there as your virtual shoulder to cry on. And I'm being dead serious, by the way.
Yeah.
This is a safe place. But yeah, that have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, life, whatever you want to call it.